What's up, my ninjas? It's Happy here, and I'm bringing you, the third domination game? Basically, all I've ever posted is domination. And I'm bringing you a gameplay with the Type 95 with rapid fire and... rapid fire and red dot, blind eye, hardline pro, and steady aim pro. And I'm using the bouncing Betty and the flash grenades. And the assault package, which in the assault package I have the UAV, the Predator, and the Cobra, as you can see in the bottom right corner. Oh, get knifed. And I am playing. This was actually a really close match. Like, you'll see at the end of the video what I'm talking about. And it seems like I can only really actually, it may seem like I'm only posting domination, but that is what's actually happening. And that is because really I only enjoy domination on this game, and obviously it's on the PC, and there are a lot fewer people on the PC, so it's harder to find a game with a low ping. And playing with a high ping, this was actually a game where I joined in on like a 3-bar, I think, but whatever, doesn't really make that huge of a difference. But it's one of those things that annoys you if you don't do it. And I wanted to talk to you guys today about school and grades and all that. So, I hear from a lot of people, like most people actually, that like a lot of people, they don't get the best of grades. And when I hear that in class, like someone will say, the teacher will be like, "Oh, did you finish these questions that I assigned?" And they'll be like, "Oh no, I didn't have the time." And then in my head, it's like, really, you don't have the time. You get home at, say, whatever, you're doing sports. Let's say you get home at 6. You go to bed at 11. How is that not enough time to finish 15 minutes of work at most? But, as I think about it more, it's probably because it's not really their priority. And that is one thing that is, how to say it, not a good thing, I guess, because education is what takes you places. You can't be making, well, you can make a lot of money, but it's much more difficult if you don't have an education. Like, you can't go and work at Apple or whatever without going to college. And yeah, it's you got to go to school, grades aren't the most important thing, but it helps to get good grades. And I think I get killed in this Predator. And it's just like me, okay, in most things I'm an average person. Like, I'm an average Call of Duty player, whatever. I'm not good, I'm not that bad. This is actually a good game for me. In sports, I'm not that good. I'm sort of bad at sports. I'm trying to improve though. And that's the important thing, trying to improve. But like in school, even in school, I don't think of myself as like amazingly smart. It's more that I devote a lot of my time to school. Like, if I have homework, I will come home after sports, after school, and I will finish my homework usually if I have any. Oh, and that's another thing actually. If you have time in other classes, like you finish work in your, math class, because that's a class that you often have time in. If you finish your assigned work in a math class, work on homework from whatever classes before it. Now, this sort of doesn't work if math is your first period or your first class of the day. But, like, for me, I have it as my third class. So if I finish my work in algebra, in Algebra 2, which is the math class I'm in, I will work on my world history homework, for example. And yeah, I am a sophomore in high school, if you guys did not know, in the United... God dang it, stupid EMP. You see that nova in the sky? God, I just lost train of my thought. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, finish homework in other classes. It's it's an easy way to not do your homework at home. And oftentimes, like, I notice this in a lot of my classes, people will say, "Oh, I'll just do it at home," but then they don't do it at home, so they're missing out on really easy points. So what I'm what I do is, like, if okay, so at my school they have this thing called SSR, which is after third period, you just for 15 minutes you sit quietly and you can read a book or just do something quietly. So what I tend to do is I have it after my world history class. So I will do my actually so God, so many interlocked subjects. In world history, we have these reading questions for each chapter. So, and it's okay, ours for this pair of actually it's for a pair of chapters. It's for chapter 11 and 12 this time around. Oh, and missed that predator missile. It's for my world history reading questions are for 2 chapters. So they have like 25 words that you have to define and people you have to identify. It's sort of grouped together. And then for this reading questions packet, there are I think 96 questions to do. And I in SSR, that's basically free time, right? So I will take out my reading questions, take out my world history textbook, and I will start working on that for 15 minutes. And it's because so she gives us the packet at the beginning of the unit. So we have I think 3 weeks to do it. The unit test is next Friday. So I'm mostly done. I have 3 pages left. I've tried to do it. That's another thing. Don't procrastinate. That's one thing. Like people, it's ironic because I'm actually procrastinating right now. But don't procrastinate. If you have friggin' this packet that I have, it would take at least like 2 hours if you just did it all at once. It would take at least 2 hours, probably more. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to do 1 page a day, that being like if a page is double-sided, I do 1 side of that page. So like there are those 25 definitions and then those 96 questions. So I do, and I think it's 1 2 3 4 about 8 pages or so. So what I've been doing is I try and do like 1 page a day, and like I said, I have 3 pages left. So it's easy. Just try and devote some time to your schoolwork. I mean, if it's extremely difficult, that's another thing. Don't be afraid to go to the teacher for help. That is what they're there for. I notice a lot of people, like, it's irritating how much I see it. It's like people, they'll be so confused. They don't understand how to do this problem or who this person was, but they don't go to the teacher to ask them. And it's like, I'm a fairly outspoken guy, so I will go to the teacher and ask them if there's something I don't understand, I will I will ask them questions until I understand it, which can take a while. But that is what teachers are there for. If you don't get something, go to the teachers. You can't like expect them to know that you need help and come to you. You have to go to the teachers. And if that means going after school, then I mean, you got to do that because it's just really important to do that and to make sure you understand it, because what you don't understand now, it'll come back twice. It'll come back, actually maybe even more. It'll come back if you have quizzes on that subject, the chapter test, and then the final. So you have to understand that. Like, if you don't understand something in foreign language, go to the teacher. Say, oh, I don't understand how to, for example, I don't know how to say this in the future. Can you help me with this? And teachers, they'll be happy to help you because, like I said, that's what they're paid to do. So, making sure my mic's on. Teachers are paid to teach you. If you don't understand something, then they're sort of not doing their job. But it is your responsibility to learn. It is your responsibility to understand what they're teaching you. So you gotta go to them. I've said this several times. You have to go to the teachers. They're not mind readers. They're really smart, but they're not mind readers. They can't go inside of your mind and that's some bull crap. But didn't I shoot that guy? Go back in the video. Tell me if I shot that guy. And like I said, you gotta go to the teacher. You can't. They aren't in your mind. You can't expect them. I've said this several times already. You can't expect a teacher to know you need help. Yes, it's sometimes they can notice it and come over to you, but that's if you need help, you go to the teacher. You don't. The teacher doesn't come to you. It's an opportunity, and you can't just wait for the teacher to come to you. I've said this countless times already, and I feel like it's not really effective anymore. And you guys get the point. But I'm gonna say it again. You have to seize that opportunity. The teacher is not gonna come to you. Think of it like I've already said opportunity so many times. Think of it like a job. You can get help and do better at your job and get a promotion, the promotion being your grade, but you have to go to the manager and ask them for pointers. And that's what I've been saying the whole video. Anyways, this video is coming to a close. It goes down to the wire. We try and can't be. But please leave a like if you like the video. Leave some feedback, some way I can improve this video. Give me some feedback. Alright, this has been Happy. I'm out. Peace.